Hi everyone, it's Kate with Maritime Ceramics. Welcome back. I am here today with a kiln opening for you, and in this kiln node I have a couple of Coyote's new fantasy glazes that they just released. I am working on a full review of those, but you guys are going to get to see them first. So let's have a look. Okay, so let's start with these two guys. These are Pottery Supply House 500 clay. So nice deep red color. And this is the new Coyote Stardust glaze. And I don't remember how many coats and all that good stuff that I did, so you'll have to watch the full video for that, sorry. But it's quite pretty, and I don't see any pinholes or anything like that. So that is a promising first start. And this is also, look at that, the kiln post left a little shadow. I was going to say this was also Pottery Supply House 500, but it isn't. This is Reclaim, but it would have a lot of the 500 in it. And again, Stardust. And again, looks like it's been pretty well behaved. I poured this. I do remember this one. So this is quite a thick application. Maybe a smidge too thick. It's got a little bit of that kind of orange peeling texture, so it might be a little thick, but that happens sometimes with these. And this is Bougainvillea, I believe. It has definitely gone orange peely. I should say that this was a cone 6 firing with a slow cool on it, which usually helps everything behave really, really well. This one, it's smoother up here and more orange peely down here. I don't know what that means. It's certainly, like, it's fine. It's not, I don't think those are pinholes. It's just kind of a less smooth texture. Probably too thick of an application. Again, it was poured. That's what I do for these guys, just to keep them, because they're fairly low priced items. So I try to keep the process really streamlined for these guys. I know it's been a while since my last video, and I apologize for the slightly slower pace. Honestly, market season is kicking my butt a little bit, so next year I will be better prepared. This, oh, interesting. This is porcelain, and this is seaweed. So this is a very different kind of effect than I got on the porcelain in my seaweed review video. It was a much lighter kind of sage green. This is a more seaweedy color. Also beautiful. I wonder what it was that made the difference. I wonder if it was the slow cool. I have to play with that a bit more. But I think the main thing here is that it was still really well behaved. Seaweed has a reputation as a runner, and absolutely if you combine it with something, be very, very careful. But on its own, for me, it has been really well behaved. And this, oh, interesting. This is Basilisk Hide. So this is the first review you're going to see, because I did a poll and you all said that this was the first one you wanted to see. Yeah, really interesting. Look, I'm in my garage. I'll do what everybody does and apologize about the lighting, because our kilns are not in the nicest parts of our buildings. So I'm looking forward to seeing this one in kind of natural light, but this is quite promising. I can see little almost metallic looking specks in there. And this is on New Ceramics Bayside Buff Eco Clay, which is made here in Fredericton. This is a Stardust tester, and I think this was Stardust and Bougainvillea. Spectrum's Bougainvillea. Again, just too much glaze here. This is really, really thick. But the Stardust didn't run off the pot, which I really appreciate. Because as you may know, I put that on a kiln post over top of other things, so I really did take a chance there. This is seaweed and something. I don't remember what. It might be Stardust. So stay tuned for the Stardust video and you'll see if this was seaweed and stardust. And if so, very pretty. And those of you who've watched my pear review will be very familiar with this. This is Amico's pear and Amico's seaweed. It's become kind of a favorite combo of mine. Again, this one will look much different in natural light. It's true of a lot of glazes. I've actually started inviting people at markets where I don't have natural light on my pots to take them, you know, a few steps outside of the tent and have a look at them, because they kind of light up in the natural light. And then I have a whole bunch of plant markers. Ooh, she's warped a bit. I guess it doesn't really matter for a plant marker. Bee food. Not a lot of variety here. These are a bunch of the same ones. People really like the funny plant markers, so I have done a bunch of those because I pretty much sold out. I have actually had people. It was a bit too small. I've had people who are following me on Instagram, and I don't have that many Instagram followers. So come find me, Maritime Ceramics on Instagram. Anyway, they've seen these on my feed and have looked me up at markets specifically to find these. There doesn't seem to be anybody else in our area that's making them, so that's kind of fun. What happened there? Smudgy. And this was an experiment. I tried just using a clear glaze with the underglaze, which I ordinarily avoid. Clear glaze on porcelain, I mean, it just shows every kind of smudge, but that turned out pretty well. So we'll see how the sales go and what people like. I don't remember which clear glaze this is. I think it might be Amico's Mixing Clear, their clear Celadon. But yeah, see, you can see like all the little smudges of stuff, which drives me nuts. But these hang on a little stake. I'll overlay a picture of that, and then people can put them in their plant pots or in their gardens. I've had some people ask in videos what wadding is, because I talk about it every once in a while, because I use these little kind of pucks of wadding to lift pots up so that if they run, they don't stick to the cookie. It's just easier to grind off the bottom. It's 50% EPK and 50% alumina and a little bit of water. So super easy to make, and I keep reusing them kind of until they fall apart, unless like sometimes they go really crooked and they're wider on one end than the other, and then I just chuck them. Because they'll throw the pots off kilter. Ooh, interesting. Okay, here we have floating turquoise from Spectrum on some reclaim, which from the looks of it, yeah, I don't know what's in there. Anyway, it's reclaim. It's got some red clay in it for sure. This is another basilisk hide. Cute, well behaved. I think I might quite like that. I am seeing a less well-behaved example in here. Interesting. Okay, so for some reason this bubbled and kind of boiled just in that one spot. I have no idea why. I'm gonna have to go back and check, so you'll have to watch the full review, sorry. I may have poured the inside of this one, and maybe this is where it was just a little bit too thick. And on the outside, I think this is bougainvillea. So this is quite interesting. I like that. I might pop it in for a refire and see if I can get that bubbling to go away, because it's a cute little bowl otherwise. Yeah, Laguna Power Turquoise, one of my favorites. I use this glaze a lot and I absolutely adore it. Another one of my favorites, Coyote Amethyst. It's getting a little too thick there. Looks pretty good inside. Again, this is a slow cool. This is a porcelain bowl. Coyote Amethyst in particular, very sensitive to how thick it is, whether it's a regular cool or a slow cool, and the type of clay. This is, again, New Ceramics clay. And this is Stardust, New Ceramics clay. So I'm really seeing that kind of warm pinky float, which is interesting because with pearl white, I typically get a blue kind of a float if I get a color out of it. And I think I prefer the blue, but so far this seems better behaved. We'll see. Another pear and seaweed combo. I was worried about these mugs because it was quite breezy. No, it wasn't quite breezy. I had the fan on because it was roasting hot when I threw these, and I was worried they were gonna warp, but they seem to be okay. Interesting. Not sure that I really care for that. Oh, and it's kind of bubbled a bit too. And this was brushed on the outside, so it's getting pretty cranky at the border there. I might do a refire in this one just for funsies. There's some blisters there that haven't quite popped. So this one for sure is going to go back in for a refire, and we'll see if we can get that sorted. I have 3 Power Turquoise bowls. I was a little worried because it seemed to be thicker than usual, but seems to have been pretty well behaved. I did intend to re-dip these to get a little extra on the rim, and I forgot, but still pretty. Okay, Basilisk Hide on red clay. I was not at all sure that it was going to behave on red clay. I don't know why I thought that, but I figured I would just test it on a little tester first, and it seems to have been very well behaved. This was a 3-second dip, I believe. Yeah. So we'll do some more tests on red because that is a promising beginning. Stardust on its own. I don't remember how many coats, but I will have that information in the video, the full review video. Looks really well behaved. I actually quite like it on its own on the porcelain. I don't know why I like the pink better on the porcelain, but it's quite pretty. And this is Stardust and something. I just did these a couple of days ago. You'd think I'd remember. I don't remember. I guess you're gonna have to watch the video for that one too. Well, it looks like it might be seaweed, but I'm quite certain I only did one seaweed. And it's gone kind of matte. And last but not least, just a couple of little medallions. This is a green underglaze wiped back, and then pear over top. These guys will become magnets. So that's it. Some interesting results from Coyote's Basilisk Hide. I'm going to pop these back in, refire them, and in the review videos, I will show you how that turned out. So wish me luck on that one. Thanks for watching, everyone. Until next time, happy potting. I'll just put these guys right back in.